guess what? I got my favorite headline of the week queued up for you, and we can pretty much celebrate at this point because we finally got a vaccine for coronavirus. Thank you, Vladimir Putin. You are the man. My favorite headline was about you declaring that you found a vaccine, and it was, "This is all beyond stupid," says John Moore, virologist from Weill Cornell Medical College in New York City. That is a beautiful headline. It turns out that no, Russia does not have a vaccine. They haven't done the clinical trials. He's just making a political statement, which in the global reality game show of life that is politics, this guy claims that he's the Bachelor, I guess. He's like, hey, I'm the one. I gift myself a rose. That's not how it works, bruh. But that is how dictators work, especially narcissistic ones and aspiring ones, like our president, Donald Trump, who, if anything, wishes he was Vladimir Putin. He wishes he could declare that he's got a vaccine. When asked about Putin's declaration, he said, I hope it works. He's a good buddy of mine. If it does, we're going to team up. I mean, what the hell? I hope it works. You don't hope ours work? You're not like, well, did he go through phase 3 clinical trials? No, none of that stuff matters. Literally just, God, I wish I thought of that first. I wish I could do that. I wish this country had slightly less democratic values and less grip on the truth. I mean, whatever, he doesn't care about the truth. But hence, this vaccine works effectively enough for Putin. He gave it to his own daughter, which, if you think there's not a price for this sort of thing, you're probably wrong. The price is, if you don't go through the proper phase 3 clinical trials with enough people, in the tens of thousands of people ideally, then it doesn't work. People get sick with COVID and die, or they could die from the vaccine. Basically, it's an anti-vaxxer's wet dream. They love it when vaccines go wrong, which almost never happens. But if you go about things this way, it's a great recipe for increasing anti-vaxxer groups on Facebook. So what is this? Why the hell am I even talking about this if it's basically a non-item? I got to get out of here. Here's the thing. It just bedazzled me because of how obsequious and sycophantic Trump is around Putin. I know it was 2 75-cent vocab words right there. From the bounties, the Russian bounties that Trump had nothing to say about, what they're paying Taliban to kill our guys, not a big deal, to his withholding $400 million in aid to Ukraine to get them to help his election campaign and attack Joe Biden, and in the process basically help Russia, because that was military aid for Ukraine while they were fighting Russia. The fact that he never fights to liberate Americans or fights for Americans who are being held by Russia or oppressed by Russia. The fact that he pulled out of Syria last year basically gave a win to Putin and to Turkey. The fact that he denies to this day that Russia had any meddling influence in the 2016 election, which we have many indictments. If you say the Mueller report is garbage, well, it does document the many indictments of Russian actors in meddling with our election, and that is 100% verified by our U.S. intelligence. I don't know where to stop. Remember when he was questioned about that in Helsinki when he was right next to Putin? He acted like Putin was about to give him a Charlie horse, and he was like, well, I'll just play the clip.
People came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be.
The president reading from prepared remarks Tuesday, now claiming he misspoke.
In a key sentence in my remarks, I said the word would instead of wouldn't.
Why are we held next to these guys? Why is there any comparison? Is it because Russia is bigger than the United States in terms of just territory? Is that what it is? Because we have a GDP that's 68 times higher than Russia. I mean, they're sadly impoverished, most of the people in Russia. There's more billionaires in Moscow, apparently, than any other city. But other than that, Russia is sadly impoverished and poorly run. I mean, it's greatly run if you're an oligarch or an authoritarian dictator. I'm out. I got to go. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't take the Russian vaccine. What do you think Putin has on Trump? I think Trump might just be way more fragile and pathetic than we really think. It could just be a dick pic, which it could be his tax returns. I don't know. What do you think in comments? Just tell me, what do you think they have? What kind of compromise or compromising blackmail do they have on this guy that he's acting like he's got to be Putin's bitch? Anyway, it's just an uncle's perspective. Catch you on the next one. Peace.